Carla here, and I'm Mr. David from Sandy Bee Mine Honey Company, and we're over here with Henderson County. We're about to have our picnic, and we are going to talk about some honey extracting, and I thought I would bring you guys along, and Mr. David is going to kind of give us a heads up, and for you guys that can't make it, of what's going on. So what are we doing tonight?
We're going to go over some of the basics of extraction. We've got some equipment rounded up from the club and people's personal stockpiles, and we'll just take people through the steps. There's nothing like doing it yourself, so a little bit of background before you get into it, it'll be helpful. We'll explain the equipment, we'll explain some of the steps, and we'll get everybody going.
And then we've got two different types of extractors right here. So what is the difference between these two?
This one is tangential relative to the center plane, the center post. So the frames are side facing. The frames will go in here and face sideways. And you will need to flip the frame around to get the honey out of both sides.
Okay, hold on. Let's switch it around like this. I think it's like that. Okay, now, is that it?
You could do a deep frame here, but I'm betting you can do a medium or shallow here.
Oh,
so it's probably a 4-frame extractor.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. Okay.
Because all the sides look the same. If you come over to this extractor, you see this is what we call a radial extractor, where the frames go in a radial manner, like slicing a pie. And this allows both sides to be extracted simultaneously.
And which one do you like better?
Well, radial saves you some work, but tangentials tend to be less expensive. So when you're first getting into it, getting a tangential such as this is an easier first step. Getting a radial such as this is a little more commitment. Usually bee clubs like Henderson County Beekeeper have a extractor, good quality extractor like this, that you can borrow or rent for a short period of time to get your honey out of the comb. This looks like it holds 2, 4, 6, 7 frames, maybe 8. And so I have a 20 at home, and this young lady has an 80.
We have an 80 and a 35.
80's huge.
And what do you recommend for new beekeepers? Which should they try? Should they rent that from the club? Should they get their own personal one? Like what do you think they should do their first or second year?
Depending on, your first year you're going to get some honey, depending on the flows. Every year our flows are a little different here in the mountains. We have a lot of different flows that go on. You can do a lot of different things. If you're a new beekeeper, you're just trying to get 2 frames out of them, you can put it, you can crush the honey, you can put it in a colander, let it sit in the sun, covered up of course, and it'll float to the bottom. The tangential ones over there with the handle work great, but these are really nice. So you can rent it from our club, Buncombe County has them as well, but also if you have good super honey, this is going to save you a lot of time. And it's going to be a lot more enjoyable than cranking that after a while.
Well, and then I have a question for you. When in July, so not only do we have a barbecue today, but what's actually happening statewide with our state association in July?
Yep, so we actually have a honey show that's coming up. So that's a great time, even if you're a new beekeeper, you'll have a few jars of honey, and you wanted to bring a jar of honey to the honey show. That would be awesome. It'd be super fun. You get to try a lot of honey. You get to it's an awesome opportunity. So yeah, extract your honey now, so then when the honey show comes up in July for the North Carolina State Beekeeping Conference, you have your honey for the honey show.
And if you've got honey that looks as good as this,
I tried to get one with light on one side and dark on the other.
Perfect. So NorthCarolinaBeekeepers.org, and you will get all the information about our upcoming state conference. And tune in again next week when we have Carla
at the honey show.